let's look at the trends then across Super Rugby. If the All Blacks were going to start playing in a different way, what trends have you seen this year across Super Rugby Aotearoa that would suggest the All Blacks might pick that up and carry on with it?
Oh, I think something the Crusader, if Richie is at 10 and he's getting more settled in the All Black environment, is your contestable kicking game, with George Bridge. I think it works really well for you guys, especially down at home. And I know it's a different time of year, so it might be a conditions-based game plan, and I don't know if you can talk to it, but I think it's just such a weapon and a key part of the game. It was the first time I've seen Harbour really use that contestable kicking game the other day, and that's what won us the game. Contestable kick, Thomas Oaki taps it back, James Little scores, because you're putting people's skill set under pressure. It's a collision, it's an attacking kicking mindset rather than a territorial kicking mindset. So I think that's something the All Blacks haven't done a lot of. It's been a lot of, click counter, turnover attack, very structured interplay, ball play between, I suppose, forwards and stuff. And I think that'll continue. But the tactical kicking game, it could shift. I don't know that.
Yeah, I think it could be I think there could just be a bit more balance when it comes to the kicking game, because I think if you think that World Cup and even before that, it was a lot of long kicks down the middle of the field. So obviously having that mindset to be able to get it down there and then back their defence and being able to build pressure through that way. But yeah, if you look at Nuggie as well, and even Tej and Brad as well, the contestables off 9 is such a weapon. If you think at that World Cup final, or even the World Cup of South Africa and the English, was predominantly off 9, and be able to suffocate teams and really build pressure when it came to the contestables off 9. So I probably think they might, if they continue the game plan that they had with the World Cup, with wanting to play a bit more, then they might continue to do that, but maybe just see a bit more balance when they might just want to be kicking off source off 9 and being able to put teams in a bit of a vice, especially when you've got a good kicking 9 like Nuggie as well.
I'm just thinking as well, it's been an amazing growth in Caleb Clark's game. Coming back from sevens, he seems to be a much better athlete in the air. George Bridge is, the other option on the wing as well, and he's exceptional at it. For quite a small guy, Duffy's quite tall and he's got that league style, but Bridges, he's got a knack for getting those balls back, doesn't he?
It's not conventional, mate. It's not conventional how he gets up there. We give him a lot of shit, man. We give him a lot of shit for the way he actually doesn't get up in the air. But yeah, with Bridges,
I just think it's a weapon that they could really use with the players they've chosen.
Yep. And it's a mindset thing as well. We have a big thing down south that if, you got a contestable, you've either got to come back with the ball or you've got to make the team a 50-50. We've used that term a lot, Chip, and that getting that ball back, it's a 50-50 contest. You've got to put it on the money as a 9 or a 10 or whoever's kicking that contestable. But if you've got that mindset to go up and win the ball, you can either win it back and it's great for you as your team, but it's a 50-50. You look at Thomas Yerke on the weekend. He went up for a 50-50. Davey drops it. He's one of the best in the world at that. And James Little was there to pick up the scraps. And that's a try just based off a contestable kick. So
yeah, it literally was win a line out at the front, pass it and put it in the air. It seems simple.
It's a low percentage play, man.
Yeah, it's
low percentage with such big gains as well. And it's so simple to do.
So that affects who you pick out wide. So you've mentioned George Bridge. You mentioned Caleb Clark. They are both left wingers in the most part.
No, Bridge is a 14. He can play 14, can't he?
I think, he can, but he's a left-footed kicker, so I think he'd be much better on the left hand, on the left wing. But then, because Caleb's left wing as well. So
I think Damien McKenzie still has to be considered as well at fullback. So then does Geordie Barrett
go to the wing,
go to a right wing position? Because I think he's that body for a crossfield picking game like Richie Mwanga is really good at, and he's that tall against, say, a Cotabeti or someone that is more of a power athlete, skill-based athlete. It's just such a weapon that.
Yeah, we haven't even said Will Jordan as well. Will Jordan's great in the air.
Well, that's what won the North-South game, isn't it?
Yeah, so having if they're going based around aerial, like Seva's good in there as well, but with Will being a little bit taller and a little bit quicker, he's a guy that you'd have to have in that right wing conversation as well.